Hello everyone, welcome to the NN Classroom. Today I'd like to share with you a multiple choice question number 6 related to the topic of topic 2, some topic 3, periodicity, and some atomic structure in the 2017 time zone 0 in November. Let's see. The graph represents 10 of the successive ionization energy of the same element. That means we keep on removing one electron each time one electron continuously from this element and see the amount of energy that we requires, right? And this is the trend. And as always, what we are looking for is always be the way that having a huge jump. So in this case, you can see in the 6th IE going to the 7th, here comes a big jump, right? A big jump in the topic 3, as you learn periodicity, you realize that how there's a big jump is all because the electrons are now being withdrawn from a shell or from an energy level closer to the nucleus, right? So that means now it's switching the shell, which is one shell inner, much inner. So with an inner shell, the electrons will always be experiencing a stronger effective nuclear charge. So meaning the attraction from the nucleus towards those electrons are going to be stronger. So that's why the energy requirement is much larger from the previous level, right? So from this perspective, what we can get is that the outermost shell electron is being given to you now. Why? Because you can see the first 6 successive IE, that means the first 6 of the electrons that being taken away is of almost the same or roughly the same energy requirement compared to the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, right? So that means the first 6 electrons is going to be within the same main energy level, but obviously different sublevels, right? So that's why with the same main energy levels, so this is going to be the outermost shell. So that's why from the perspective from the first 6 successive IE that's going to be having a similar increasing trend, no big jump, then we can conclude the element is going to be having 6 outermost shell electrons, right? So this is the first point. So that's why if they're asking for you what the element that could be, what we can get for the first information is actually going to be a group 16 element. I can say the group 6, group 16 element. For now, the language switch a bit. So that's why for this case, C and D cannot be the choice, right? Because only oxygen and sulfur belongs to group 16, right? So here comes the next question, whether it is going to be oxygen or sulfur. And the answer is actually really easy. Answer is going to be B, sulfur. Why? Because as you can continuously see, right, that we have totally 10 electrons that can be taken, right? But let's remind you, what's oxygen? Oxygen is actually only having a 2-6 arrangement. It is impossible for you to withdraw 10 electrons from the oxygen entirely from this atom because maximum it only contains 8 electrons, right? So that's why for this case, although the first 6 successive IE can be representing the performance for oxygen, still the choice for the correct answer is going to be B, sulfur, because oxygen is a rather small atom that cannot be having 10 electrons to be withdrawn. So the answer B.